The last part of the book Excelsior, The Amazing Life of Stan Lee, part 5, guys. And like I said on the previous video, I'm gonna start making book reviews full length from now on. I'm no longer gonna be chopping it down to 5 different parts. Um, I don't know when will be the next time that I'll release a book review. I'll keep you guys updated on that here on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna read you guys 2 chapters from the Stan Lee book. The first one is called Friends Forever, chapter 16, and the other one is chapter 20 called From Spidey to Spider-Man. The 1970s were to become an unusually busy decade in Stan's already hectic life. As he continued to explore new comic book formats, in 1978, and despite some of their previous friction, Stan reunited with Jack Kirby on a project that Stan had been nurturing for several years, a novel-length version of the Silver Surfer, who had long been one of Stan's favorite characters. Luckily, the rift between Stan and Jack was never as bad as the fan magazine columnist claimed. There are certain magazines that, publications that they just want to stir the pot. But to continue, and Jack was eager to collaborate once more with Stan on a project that excited them both. Stan had gotten Simon and Schuster to agree to publish his and Jack's version of The Silver Surfer in book form as a legitimate graphic novel, perhaps the first time a comic book character had been presented in such an impressive format. Something else important for Marvel and for Stan occurred at the start of 1978. After a quick succession of a half-dozen editors, a longtime fan named Jim Shooter signed on as an editor-in-chief. Where he would stay through the 1980s, giving Stan still more time to busy himself with a myriad of other projects. And this is Stan Lee right here. Jim and I had a good personal relationship. He was only 18 when I hired him as a writer in 1969. But I was the last one who ever be influenced by anyone's age, whether old or young. He wrote for us and then for other companies. But in 1978, when I saw there was a chance of getting him as editor-in-chief, I hired him on the spot. The important thing was for him to get along well with Jim Galton, and at the time, he did. Under Galton's business leadership, Stan's character continued to make the move to television. An animated version of the Fantastic Four appeared on NBC in 1978. With Stan collaborating on scripts with Roy Thomas, who had served briefly as Marvel's editor-in-chief before deciding that the writing life was his true calling. Galton's negotiations with movie and television studios began to pay off as a live-action version. The Amazing Spider-Man, played by Nicholas Hammond, premiered on CBS about the same time, followed by Doctor Strange in 1978 and Captain America in 1979. Here's where I'll conclude with chapter 20, which once again is called From Spidey to Spider-Man. And this is quite an interesting part right here. While the Spider-Man project was being developed at Carolco, Golan was having an ego attack because in all the advance publicity, his name was never mentioned as producer. The only name Golan kept seeing connected with the movie was the more marketable one of James Cameron. Carolco executive Linwood Spinks reluctantly explained to Golan that in their eagerness to sign James Cameron to do the script, Carolco had taken a copy of his Terminator contract and substituted the name Spider-Man throughout it. This particular contract gave Cameron final say on every credit given in the picture. Cameron refused to give Golan producer credit, even if Carolco's deal had promised him that. In April 1993, Golan sued to set aside the contract, a move that opened a floodgate of lawsuits over the next 16 months. And I'm gonna leave it right there because I don't want to spoil the rest of this part. Very interesting. So again, if you have interest, if you want to buy this book, it's right here, Excelsior, The Amazing Life of Stan Lee. You can find that on Amazon. My review for this book, this amazing book from 1 through 5, I give it a 4.6 out of 5 stars. May God bless Stan Lee. We miss him. He passed away November 2018. And we miss him dearly, but we will forever be grateful for him for the amazing work that he has done for so many years, that fans like myself and many more others appreciate. All the Marvel movies and TV shows, etc. It's just a lot of amazing work. So we thank Stan Lee for that. And I gotta give a shout out to the Founders Podcast, because that's how I learned about this book right here. So shout out to Founders Podcast, and yeah, forever grateful. So stay tuned for the next book review. It might be sometime this month or maybe the beginning of next month. It won't be next week, but it'll probably be sometime this month or the beginning of March. But I'm sure that you guys will like the next one that I'm gonna be reviewing, so stay tuned for that one. I already have it in mind. I won't mention it yet. I just gotta mention the official day that I'll be releasing the book review. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Be safe, and may God bless each and every one of you. Take care.